The Sager family, Howie, Audney, Steve, Wayne, and Jennifer, all have outstanding baseball resumes, but as a family, they're truly impressive. Howie, tell me how you did that. How do you raise a family in baseball?
Well, first of all, you got to find a wife that loves sports and loves baseball and all sports like I do, and then bring up your kids just about the same way. And we were so lucky that they all loved sports, not only baseball and softball in the summer, but winter sports too.
When you were first started bringing your children up, when they were smaller and younger, did you ever think it would come to this? Did you ever think that it would develop in the way it did?
Not really, but when we started playing ball, or the kids started playing ball, we lived in the farm, and we were very lucky that we had lots of space there, and they started playing ball and catch, and there was always a ball and a glove and bases, and everybody that come over, they always played ball. So that carried on, and then we went to ball that was organized, and they've all done really, really well in the organized ball, and we're proud of them all.
And I know that Audney rolled her sleeves up and got right into it as well. She wasn't content just to stay at home. She was going to be part of it, and made quite a contribution.
That's for sure, because I met her when she was playing ball, and she was a catcher, and she was one of the better ones that or the best one that I've ever seen. And I was so lucky to marry her, and then she played ball till softball, till we started having a family, and then that took over everything, and she raised the kids more, and I was so lucky to have her, and we all played ball together when they started, when they grew up.
I mentioned that your family has a pretty strong baseball pedigree, and your oldest son, Steve, all-star third baseman and pitcher in junior and senior ball, and also a coach as well.
Yes, he is. He coaches now. He's coaching midget ball, high school ball, and he's the AAA midget ball the team he's going to coach this year, and he's also on the Hall of Fame executive here, and he just loves. He has a pail full of baseballs in his trunk, and a bat, and gloves, and doesn't matter when he comes out to the farm, anybody there, they play.
Your son Wayne, a left-handed pitcher, pretty good hitter, I'm told, and then again as a coach, won a gold medal at the 1995 Westerns with the Carmen Gold Eyes.
Yes, he played ball all the way up, and he started pitching, and he was a good pitcher. He was good at picking guys off first base when they happened to get on, and he was lucky that he was played that good and got on teams, and they played in nationals, and he was playing all over. All our kids have been very fortunate. They've been, I think, just about every province in Manitoba, or not in Manitoba, in Canada. So being fortunate that way.
Now they tell me that your daughter Jennifer may be the most talented of the bunch. I have here that she competed in 5 junior Canadian championships, got into the University of Minnesota on a full scholarship, named Rookie of the Year there, MVP all 4 years, and now a coach and a clinician.
Yes, she was, actually she had to be fairly good when she was small, because growing up, the boys used her as a back catcher, and they threw as hard as they could, and she could always catch. And she started playing ball, and she went into Winnipeg and played with Smitty's for Obsession, I guess it was, for a few years. And they had such a good ball team, and they went all over the country to play ball. And then she was so fortunate, somebody seen her in Duluth, and she got a scholarship there, and she played there for 4 years, and she was a wonderful ball player. And when she was done, she started coaching, and she helps whenever she can right now. So
Families are interesting things. They certainly support each other and help each other whenever they can, because that's what family's about. But I think there's probably a little bit of competition that goes on too. Is that the case with those two boys and that daughter of yours?
there is, and we had a neighbor there that he was always said, if Jennifer survives till she gets older and survives, she's going to be very lucky. But they all wanted to be the best of what they could. I mean, best they could. And that's the way they played and they practiced. And if you practice like that, that's what happens when you play lots of times.
I won't ask you to pick a special moment, because you should never ask anybody to choose between their children, and I won't do that to you now. But I will ask you, your family now, you, Audney, and the kids, are now members of the Baseball Hall of Fame here in Manitoba. What does that mean to you?
Well, it means it's very, very special, because that's the highest honor you can get, to be in for Baseball Manitoba. And it is a great, great honor, and the kids are just so excited about it, and to go in as a family is just wonderful. So you can't get any better than this tonight. We're just so proud of everybody, and we got lots of friends and relatives here tonight. It's going to be a wonderful night.
Members of the Baseball Hall of Fame in Manitoba, the Sager family.
Well, thank you.